I'm here today with Jan and Shireen, who runs St Matthew's Spiritualist Church down in Southend on Sea. So, Jane, can you tell me a little bit more about the church, please?
Southend Spiritualist Church is in the centre of Southend. We welcome anybody to our services, all ages, all groups of people. We do old events such as evenings of clairvoyance and days of readings.
And how many services do you have?
We have 2 services a week. One on a Wednesday at 2:30. Healing is before the service, starting from 1 o'clock, and then the actual service starts at 2:30. Then refreshments are available after the service, and again on a Sunday we have healing from 5:30 to 6:15, and the service starts at 6:30.
And can you tell me how long has the church actually been going?
The church has been running here for the last 52 years, I do believe, in this position in Southend.
And who was the first person to actually run the church at all, do you know? Or?
No, I'd have to look, try and find out about that.
And what is your position actually in the church as well?
I'm president of St Matthew's Church.
Lovely, thank you. And Shireen, I believe you're actually a medium as well, so can you tell me a little bit more about your mediumship, please?
Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon.
And everybody that's listening. You want to know about my mediumship? Well, I started at a very young age. I was fortunate enough at the age of 18 to come to this church at St Matthew's in Southend, where I was nurtured and taught by a lady called Joanne Green. After sitting in circle with her for 8 years, she introduced me to platform work, and I gently moved into serving all the local churches, and still currently serving all churches all over Essex, but I do like to stay within my home church at St Matthew's.
And what pleasure do you get out of actually when you do a service, when you're doing the readings, and how much pleasure do you get out of doing them?
A lot. When you see people's reactions, knowing that the words that you're giving are giving comfort and evidence that life is forever eternal, it makes you realise how precious your words are when you're using them and speaking to the people. And when we have the chance to give philosophy through our guides to share that information as well, when you first have your congregation, they're all busy talking amongst themselves. When you give your words from the Spirit, you can hear a pin drop. And when they say to you afterwards, thank you for that. We're fortunate enough to enjoy that week in, week out, where those that attend the services may attend once a month or twice a month, and they get to see it on a small dosage, but it keeps them returning.
And what advice would you give to up and young coming mediums that want to do mediumship at the moment?
Get your experience from the churches, for we hold a different way of teaching. We teach you to emphasise with walking in those person's shoes of the recipient before you give out your words, because you need to be able to have a rapport with those that you're working with, so you come across as being passionate and being able to involve everybody that's there receiving the message, rather than a cold, hard, fast message. Life is meaningful, and if you don't come across as a meaningful medium.
And what about some of the new mediums that haven't actually been on the circuit long? And what do you think about the ego of actually the new mediums that are coming up with the ego problem?
Well, you've got 2 questions there. When new mediums come out onto the circuit, I'd like to see them with their teachers first. Normally within the churches we do a 3-year probation where you go out on circuit with your teachers, then you are left on your own to work a full service. Those that don't, those that go straight to halls, I worry for their need, the vulnerability that they have. Growing into this way of life is very tough. So they lack the nurturing side of the teachers and experience. When it comes to the egos, you can tell the difference between a spiritual medium who has been nurtured within the church environment and had their teachers support all the way through, compared to those that have gone to a psychic study university or a hall to learn, in comparison. And when you reflect on the difference in between those two types of mediums, there's a huge divide. The respect levels are vast.
How important is the address before you actually do a service?
If you'd asked me this question 20 years ago, I would say the service was more important. As I've grown myself, yes, it's wonderful to receive a message, but the philosophy is a message for everybody, and it carries everybody. So those that may not receive a message, they've got that purpose of that philosophy that will carry them through.
Now, I believe that St Matthew's has actually got a Facebook page as well, and it's got a website. Have you got the...
We haven't got an up-to-date website. We can't get access to that at the moment. That will be being done soon. We are on Facebook, so if you'd like to look us up, that's St Matthew's Christian Spiritualist Church, and it will come up with a sunset photo, and you'll be able to read up about us.
And they can contact you through that, and it's got all your events on,
yeah,
and everything else. Have you actually got a circle here as well, or are you intending to, or...?
There are several circles that run here. They are closed circles. The awareness circle is currently closed at present, but we'll be looking to open that in the new year. We do have healing circles where they can come and learn to practice on those that are within the healing environment, and that's for the Essex Healers Association healing practice.
Lovely. So any information, they can just go through the Facebook page and contact you.
Yeah, they can.
Lovely. Well, thank you both for talking to me. And as if anybody wants any information, just go to the Facebook page, St Matthew's Christian Spiritual Church, and you will find more information there.
Thank you.